And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to National Transfer Student Week. And thank you for joining us for our very first webinar. Tonight's webinar is a general overview of the University of Waterloo. Welcome. During our time together today, I'm going to give you an introduction to the unique academic programs, student experience, and campus community that you'll join when you become a Waterloo Warrior. We're going to look at how Waterloo does things differently and what that means for your future. We're going to explore all the exciting possibilities of you plus Waterloo. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Matt Brown, and my pronouns are he and him. I'm an undergraduate admissions officer at the University of Waterloo. I'm also Waterloo's transfer recruiter, so one of the best things I get to do is to speak directly with transfer students who are looking to make Waterloo their next step. I too was a transfer student myself. I found my way to Waterloo, where I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Sexuality, Marriage, and Family Studies. What drew me to Waterloo was career preparation. We understand that many of you will be applying to jobs in the future that do not even exist yet. With a solid education, you'll be able to navigate these changes as you market yourself, your skills, and your program. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge that much of our work takes place on the traditional territory of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. Our main campus is situated on the Haldeman Tract, the land granted to the Six Nations that includes 6 miles or 10 kilometers on each side of the Grand River. Our active work towards reconciliation takes place across our campuses through research, teaching, and community building, and is centralized within our Office of Indigenous Relations. Let's get right into what makes the University of Waterloo unique. Waterloo was the first university in Canada to offer co-op, giving students practical work experience as part of their education. This gives you a better chance of stepping into a career right after graduation. Waterloo has been ranked #1 in Canada for career preparation, producing future-ready grads for more than 6 decades. At Waterloo, you'll get experience in your field, either in the classroom through volunteer opportunities or through paid work experience, regardless of the program that you choose. And speaking of programs, at Waterloo, you have over 100 to choose from. Our programs are grouped into categories called faculties. We have 6 of them: arts, engineering, environment, health, mathematics, and science. There are also 17 business programs distributed all throughout our 6 faculties. Think of your faculty as your academic home base during your time at Waterloo. It has your academic advisor, clubs, most of your classes, and so much more. Choosing a program can be difficult for some folks. For many of you, you've already have a good idea. You're studying something at college that interests you and you want to continue in that field. For others, you may want to broaden your scope and look at programs unrelated to what you're currently studying. A great resource to help is listed on this slide. Head over to our undergraduate programs page to learn more about our programs. To help you get started, let's explore and take a little bit of a closer look at our 6 faculties. First up, we have the Faculty of Arts. So whether you're curious about ancient history, digital media, or social dynamics, Waterloo Arts has 30 different majors and 7 entry programs in the social sciences, humanities, fine and performing arts, and languages and culture. With the option of adding Waterloo's co-op experience to your arts degree, you'll develop the critical knowledge and hands-on skills that today's employers demand. If one of these 30 majors interests you, I recommend checking out St. Jerome's University or Renison University College. St. Jerome's and Renison offer programs in honors arts and honors arts in business and are located right in the heart of Waterloo's campus. St. Jerome's and Renison students are Waterloo students working towards a University of Waterloo degree while also enjoying additional perks like access to small class sizes, centralized academic supports, and additional entrance and upper year scholarship opportunities. So I'd like you to meet Matash. So she recently graduated from the Honors Arts and Business program with a major in economics. Econ wasn't always on her radar though. When she started, she had her eyes on legal studies and becoming a lawyer, something her parents had greatly encouraged. But that all changed when she took her very first econ class with an inspiring professor. She fell in love with economics and found that she was really good at helping others in her class understand the different concepts. That led to planning her next move, proposing a master's degree and even a PhD to become an economics professor. While co-op is optional for those students in the Faculty of Arts, it is a requirement for students in the Faculty of Engineering, meaning you'll be putting your skills to use in the field right from first year. And unlike most schools, there's no general first year. You start studying your chosen discipline right away, allowing you to specialize in your upper years. If you're a problem solver, an idea generator who's passionate about finding creative solutions, engineering could be the faculty for you. This is Elias. So Elias is an international student from France enrolled in nanotechnology engineering, and he co-founded Algo Bio with two classmates in his fourth year. They developed a flame retardant from a plant-based biopolymer and a specific combination of flame-retarding nanoparticles that is safe and non-toxic. Elias and one of his co-founders were named in the global top 20 for the 2021 James Dyson Award, an annual showcase for student inventors. Elias credits his co-op experiences with helping him and his nanotechnology engineering classmates develop the skills necessary to launch their own business. Waterloo's environment students are unlike any other. From exploring the impact of climate change in the Arctic to working on greener policies to creating better housing solutions, our students are leaving their mark on the world. As a student in the largest Faculty of Environment in Canada, you'll have a chance to study a range of environmental and sustainability issues from local to global. Here you'll find a community of students and professors dedicated to making our world a better place. Your degree won't be all lectures and labs. You'll also gain hands-on work experience in co-op, on field trips, and as a member of one of our many student societies. Waterloo's Environment and Business program is all about finding balance and harmony between between the business world and advocating for a greener future. Asser chose this program because it intersects his passion for climate action, corporate social responsibility, and sustainable finance. Asser's experience also allowed him to explore and build on skills in different aspects of sustainability and corporate responsibility with work teams in nonprofit energy conservation, sustainability, and renewable energy. Waterloo students are making the world better all across campus, including in the Faculty of Health. Here you'll find students and profs dedicated to preventing disease, healing injuries, and optimizing health for individuals and communities. On top of learning from world-class faculty, you'll build real-world experience and hands-on skills. Health students are actively involved in volunteering and extracurricular activities on and off campus as they prepare for medical school, graduate programs, or careers in health and leisure. Esther is convinced that her acceptance into various occupational therapy programs was largely due to her practicum internship and paid co-op experiences in therapeutic recreation. She was able to talk about her inpatient and outpatient experiences working in mental health, palliative care, and long-term care. These experiences were incredibly valuable, whether she decided to pursue graduate school or not. Did you know that Waterloo is home to the largest concentration of math and computer science talent in the world? With more than 500 courses to choose from, you'll be able to explore concepts that ignite your imagination. Plus, you can personalize your learning and refine your skills through co-op, minors, and additional specializations. For Farzan, one of the most rewarding parts of his undergraduate experience at Waterloo has been creating community and finding ways to get involved in student life. He's held various positions with the Actuarial Science Club, including being president in his final year, served as a student ambassador and orientation leader, and even volunteered as a referee for intramural basketball. As a recent actuarial science graduate, Farzan is well accustomed to engaging with complexity and the unknown. His next step into the unknown will be working at Lyft as an actuarial analyst. And from understanding our universe to protecting our natural resources, Waterloo Science lets you build the skills and experience to shape the future. With 17 entry programs and majors covering physical, life, and environmental sciences, as well as interdisciplinary programs and professional schools for optometry and pharmacy, there are limitless opportunities to pursue your passions. Faculty of Science has become a world leader in research, education, and beyond the lab and beyond through lab experiences at local, national, and international levels. Prakriti started at Waterloo as a biology major. She knew she loved genetics and biology, but wasn't quite sure what she wanted to do with her degree. Through a co-op term as a bioinformatics research assistant, she discovered a love for molecular biology. It was something she enjoyed and she could see herself doing in the future. Outside of the classroom, she stays connected with her Waterloo community through volunteering as a peer mentor and at a local women's shelter. And although Waterloo doesn't have a dedicated faculty of business, you may have noticed our 17 business programs found throughout our 6 faculties, including our unique Plus business programs, which offer you the breadth of business courses embedded within another subject of major interest. We're also home to the world-class School of Accounting and Finance with programs like Accounting and Financial Management, which provides you with a direct route to earn your CPA or CFA designation. Whether you dream about being an entrepreneur, working for a global brand, or helping a startup scale, you'll find a program that's as unique as you are. It's important to get familiar with our admission requirements. Although certain programs have very competitive requirements and require high grades, most programs will consider transfer applicants with averages of at least 75%. Each Waterloo program will have specific admission requirements. These will include 12U prerequisite courses or equivalents from the post-secondary level, your admission average, and in some cases, additional supplemental requirements, such as completing the admissions information form, an online interview, or portfolio. Further details can be found using our admission requirements tool found by visiting the link on this slide. And remember, at Waterloo, we look at more than just grades, which is why we ask students to fill in the admission information form. This is an opportunity for you to tell us about all the interesting experiences you've had outside the classroom. Some programs will also require interviews, portfolios, and more, so keep an eye on your email to determine whether we need anything else from you in order to be considered. And again, make sure you check out our admission requirements tool, the link provided on our last slide. There's more to university than the academic programs you choose. What separates Waterloo is how your experience helps. Let's close the textbook and get out of the classroom for a moment to talk about what you can experience at Waterloo. Here, you won't just listen to a professor tell you about what engineers do, you'll actually get to work in a real engineering firm. You won't just look at kinesiology textbooks and learn diagrams about anatomy. You'll work side by side with real athletes, helping them improve their performance. And you won't just learn about the theories behind ecosystem restoration. You'll put your hip waders on and your rubber boots and literally immerse yourself in creeks and rivers. At Waterloo, experience is a core value in everything that we do. Classes come with mandatory labs, field courses, and practical experiences that let you translate your learning into real action. By far the most common way that students get experience is through cooperative education or co-op. Nearly 70% of our students are enrolled across all 6 faculties. In co-op, you get to try up to 6 different jobs, gain up to 2 years of paid work experience, and build a network of professional connections. Waterloo students typically earn between $8,400 and just over $15,000 on a first work term, with the opportunity to earn more as they gain experience. In the first 6 months after graduation, co-op grads are way ahead of the competition. They typically have higher employment rates and wages. So how does co-op work? It's a bit different than the system you may be familiar with from high school or from your college experience. Students start co-op during their first or second year. You'll alternate between 4-month study term and 4-month work terms. This creates a cycle where classroom learning makes your workplace contribution stronger and work experiences enhance your classroom learning. Getting a co-op job is a competitive process where you'll apply and interview for opportunities. Luckily, with the largest co-op program of its kind in North America and access to a network of over 7,500 employers, you'll get access to a wide variety of jobs and experiences. Plus, we have lots of resources to help you along the way, including resume advice, professional development training, and one-on-one support. Experiential learning is embedded in our programs at Waterloo through labs and learning experiences that help prepare you for what's next. You might find yourself spending a study term in another country, traveling Europe for a summer course, or learning about anatomy by dissecting a cadaver right here on campus. You can also channel your experiences into a certificate program like EDGE that gives you credit for work and volunteer roles. Things like working as an athletic trainer for a varsity sports team, being a residence leader, or participating in a short-term volunteer program in a developing country. Even if your very first work term isn't your dream job, it will help you gain these skills. As you learn more in the classroom and at work, you'll develop new competencies that will help you land increasingly more relevant jobs and discover exactly what you want to do when you graduate. Whether you choose a co-op or a regular program, there really is no other university that measures up to Waterloo when it comes to the most choices for experiential learning and opportunities to build your network. Another area of expertise that many Waterloo students pursue is entrepreneurship. You can add a minor or an option to your degree, or you can just jump right in with support from Waterloo's startup infrastructure, including coaching, pitch preparation, pre-incubator programs, mentorship, and grants. We have programs such as Velocity and St. Paul's Greenhouse, which helps you learn the basics of entrepreneurship, and our regular pitch competitions give you the chance to win up to $50,000 to turn your idea into a reality. While this might seem like out of reach, it's actually a big part of the culture at Waterloo. 400 startups have already been created here, and Velocity just hit a major milestone this year with startups surpassing $2 billion in funding. So this is Eileen on screen. Her Waterloo story started about 7 years ago when she came to campus to study environmental engineering. During her time here, she founded her own business, volunteered as an entrepreneurship coach, and landed a co-op job as lead editor for a campus magazine. Her story is a perfect example of how going to university isn't just about getting a degree, it's a life-changing experience that shapes the rest of your journey. Eileen's business is one of those 400 startups that I just mentioned. Born out of her own struggle to find a salon, she came up with a unique idea for a platform called Be Blended, an online tool that connects Black women to hairstylists in their area. By plugging into the entrepreneurial culture at Waterloo, Eileen got mentorship, coaching, and financial support for her idea. Hers is one of many great stories of entrepreneurship at Waterloo. Whether you choose to study entrepreneurship or not, students from all 6 faculties can plug into the innovative culture at Waterloo to turn ideas into impact and stand out from the crowd. Now, remember how I said university is a life-changing experience? Your classroom and work experiences are vital, of course, but university is also about personal growth. Some of your most memorable moments will happen in between classes and work as you find new communities to join, new friends to connect with, and ways to have fun. So Waterloo has 12 accessible residences for students to live in with guaranteed accommodations for all new students. It isn't just a roof over your head, it's also a fantastic way to meet people, to find community, get guidance from an upper year don, and access all the supports you need to be successful in university. You may also want to explore the 4 residences located at our university colleges. I already mentioned St. Jerome's and Renison. We also have Conrad, Grable, and United, formerly St. Paul's University College. These are smaller living and learning environments located right on Waterloo's campus. The university colleges offer a deep sense of community, small class sizes, leadership opportunities, social entrepreneurship programs, and more. Students who choose a university college will graduate with a University of Waterloo degree and enjoy the best of both worlds, a tight-knit feel within the larger community campus. And right from your first days on campus, you're going to connect with your future classmates through orientation and experience the unique traditions of Waterloo and your faculty. Maybe you'll become a residence don, sharing your knowledge with younger students as they come to live on campus. Maybe you'll find yourself nominated as president of a club you never knew existed. Or maybe you'll meet the friends who will be by your side as you journey through the rest of your life. No matter what, we want you to know that these experiences matter, and here at Waterloo, they're all part of the package. With over 200 clubs run by the Waterloo Undergraduate Student Association, or WUSA, there's truly a club for everything, even anime, knitting, and yes, cheese. WUSA also supports students through critical services like the GLOW Center for Sexual and Gender Diversity, UW Racial Advocacy for Inclusion, Solidarity, and Equity, or RAISE, and many others. In other words, everyone has a place to express themselves here at Waterloo. With over, hold on, sorry. As home to one of Canada's largest campus recreation programs, you can also find connection through athletics at Waterloo. If you're looking for a great way to keep in shape and have fun, sign up for a Warrior Recreation program, attend drop-in fitness classes, or join a varsity team. There's also amazing new facilities for recreational users and student athletes, including a bouldering wall and instructional courses in dance, yoga, Pilates, and more. So at Waterloo, we're dedicated to your success. Hundreds of people across campus are ready to help you define and achieve your goals. Our Racial Advocacy for Inclusion, Solidarity, and Equity group, otherwise known as RAISE, helps lift students up by addressing the impacts of racism in our community. We're also home to the GLOW Center for Sexual and Gender Diversity, which is Canada's oldest continuously run 2S LGBTQ+ student organization. And our Waterloo Indigenous Student Center supports a variety of Indigenous student needs, from cultural to academic. Students at Waterloo have access to health services and free counseling services. Our Accessibility Services Office offers academic accommodations and supports to students with disabilities and medical conditions, as well as students impacted by trauma. There's no one way to be a Waterloo warrior. You can be yourself. Bring your culture and your identity to campus. We know there's strength in diversity, and we have many supports and resources for everyone. And then there's the greater community, the city of Waterloo. This really is an incredible place to be a student. With 3 post-secondary institutions in one city, there's lots to explore, plenty of student nightlife, and it's easy to get around on our bus and light rail transit system, which is all included in your student fees using your lovely bus pass. Waterloo is about 100 kilometers from Toronto, with bus and rail service connecting daily. But if you want to stay close to home, there's plenty to do in town. You can explore uptown Waterloo shops and cafes. You can check out the farmers market, or go out dancing with friends at one of the many great spots throughout the city. So I hope that you can picture yourself learning, thriving, and discovering your story here at Waterloo. And I'd love to help you take the next step when it comes time to apply in December. So here's what you can do next. Explore our programs by checking out our faculty brochures and uwaterloo.ca. Get familiar with admission requirements found on the undergraduate programs website that I had referenced earlier in the presentation. You can also join us November 5th for our fall open house. You'll get access to campus. You can talk to students from across campus, as well as faculty and staff, to really get your questions answered. You can also take a tour of both our campus, residences, and the facilities that you would be using within your particular program. And that concludes our presentation for today. Thank you for your time. This is, like I said, the very first presentation of National Transfer Student Week. We will be returning tomorrow to your inbox for our spotlight on the pathways to social work. And later on this week, we have our 5 steps to transfer, our how to apply presentation. Anyway, take care and have a great night.